Ian.
Dave.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Apex Adjacent, greatest automotive podcast, known universe, greatest music podcast.
Thus and so.
Yes. All of the stuff that Ian likes to breeze right past. Ian, I got to tell you, man, I have been on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist a lot lately.
Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm doing okay. These are not Quattro Porte searches for myself, so I'm doing okay. But I don't know. People have been sending me some stuff with selfies in them. I'm excited to assemble the first game. I'm getting very close as of this recording.
Okay.
Yes.
I will say I'm always of two minds whenever a friend tells me that they are spending a lot of time looking at listings on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or Auto Trader or whatever.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, one of my instincts is, are you okay? Is everything all right? Are you having a mental break? Are you making rash financial decisions? Are you going to put yourself in a bad situation? But also, I'm like, add to cart, add to cart.
Yes. Yeah. You are somehow cautiously enabling. Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. Yes. Yeah. I would say compassionately enabling.
There we go. We go. Okay. All right. Yes. So you have a wine this evening, a nice red. Yes. I have a Raz Cranberry LaCroix. So cheers.
Also more of a rosé, really.
It is. Yes. So I just have to say, we've talked about how Colorado's Craigslist is interesting and pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
And I think that there are kind of two things that I just wanted to put out there that kind of represent let's show your work, show the people why Colorado's Craigslist might be pretty nuts, right? So you can find a lot of stuff on Colorado's Craigslist. You go to LA, you go to Chicago, you're going to find tons of cars as well. But let me just show you this one, and then I'm going to one up this one, and it's going to be a big one up. This is going to be like Mario getting infinite lives one up after this one. Okay. So here you go. Here's the first kind of listing that I just happened to come across. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell the folks what you see. Well, I drink my sparkly rosé that's not alcohol.
So we've got a 1997 Brickyard 400 pace car Camaro. It's a Camaro Z28. It says Brickyard 400 on the side. It's got some pretty rad graphics. It's convertible.
Yep.
My favorite part of the listing, though, is the last sentence, which says 17,000 or best offer, selling because I need funds for another car that is better, comma. End of sentence.
Right, and it just stops there. Right?
I need funds for another car that is better. Salesmanship.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Just smack the coffee out of their hands. Boom. Yeah. It's fucking closers. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the great sales tactic, is just be like, oh, this piece of junk. Yeah. I'm trying to sell this.
Right. Yeah. But I think that this is a car that a lot of folks, like automotive enthusiasts and people, have noticed a pace car edition or a pace car like on the streets. Like, I think a lot of us have seen these. Yeah. So, what is your experience, Ian, with these kinds of pace cars and stuff? What have you seen? What do you like?
I have seen a bunch of these, and I can never really remember, because sometimes there's like one or three or something like that for a particular year. Yeah. And then sometimes they were like special, like dealer editions and stuff like that were kind of like not really rare.
Right. Yeah, they do like 1,500 of them. Yeah. Yeah.
But I do feel like whenever you see them, they're always a little bit ratty for whatever reason.
Right.
I don't know if it's like a self-selection thing of the people who buy them, or if just like they depreciate faster than the people think they would have when they bought them.
Sure. They don't turn out to be the collector's item that maybe people were thinking.
yeah, and then they end up getting sold off or whatever. But yeah, you always see them around,
Yeah.
and they're always like rattier than you think they should be.
Right.
That's always been my experience with them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point because you do see, like, when you see them, usually they are driven. Every now and then you'll see one like at a car show, and maybe sometimes it's even the actual pace car that was used in a race, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, especially if they have some documentation or something. Cool, right? And like usually there's like a little something special, like usually it's appearance more than anything else, It's not like they're like doubling the horsepower of the car or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and this one's an automatic.
Right.
Like, automatic convertible Z28 from this era is not the most desirable Z28.
Right.
It's not the most desirable Camaro, right?
Yeah.
I have seen a pace car edition car with a Domino's thing on the top.
They were using it to deliver pizza. Okay. Do you remember what the car was?
I think it was one of the Z24 Cavalier. I think that's what it was, or like a Pontiac Sunfire or something like that.
There was a Chevy Cavalier, or
pace car, right?
Yes, there was. But then there was also the Beretta pace car.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it was. But it was yes, this sort of era.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. It's great.
Right, the Chevy Beretta. Okay, yes, yeah, and they're almost always American cars for us here, right? Because it'll be like NASCAR, the Indy, and it's usually a domestic automaker for us.
Well, but I don't think like the pace car, the like ceremonial pace car that we have had for 30 years or however long, at least 30 years. Is a thing in Europe.
Okay.
Like in F1, they don't do that. In Le Mans, they don't do that.
Right. There's safety cars in F1.
Yeah. But they're like real things. And they're that's always, honestly, when I watch F1, one of my favorite things is to watch the safety car.
Oh, yeah.
Burt Mylander, the driver of the safety car, fucking sends it. Like, he is just ripping, right?
Yes.
And then his poor co-driver is working the radio and everything else and the lights and all that. Yeah. And he is ripping. And then you see the F1 cars just like, do behind him. If he go a little faster.
Right. Yeah, he's at 11 tenths. And the F1 cars are at 4 decimal places back, right? Yeah.
Because oftentimes in the race they don't approach 10 tenths. You know? Right. It's a parade so often, but every lap is 10 tenths.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed.
Yes. You will see a safety car drift.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. But I think that you're right. Like that kind of the pace car thing. You're right. It doesn't seem to be a non-domestic thing now that I think about it, right?
Well, because it's fashion over function, which is a very American sports thing, right?
Right. Yeah. True.
I mean, we do B-52 flyovers for not playoff games.
Right. Yeah. A little league. Yeah. Regional game.
Right. I mean, we do the national anthem before everything.
Right.
That's just what we do.
Yes. Pomp and circumstance turned into a vehicle. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's not uncommon to see these things pop up on Craigslist, right?
Right.
They show up, right? If you go to, and this is something I did today, I went to some other large city Craigslist, New York, LA, Chicago, stuff like that, right? Dallas. And usually there's a Corvette pace car or something like that. Okay. When Ian and Dave from the Apex Adjacent podcast say that Colorado Craigslist is like nothing else, this is why we're fucking saying it, people. It's because of this listings like this right here. Let me get my little clipboard manager. Let me get this because Jesus Christ. Here we go. All right, Ian, tell the folks what you see.
It's an Oldsmobile Bravada pace car, which I didn't know was a thing.
Me
That is
neither.
a wild paint scheme. It's like white and green. What is it a pace car for? Can you go to
Ian? So for anyone who doesn't know, that's the Oldsmobile version of what was the Chevy?
It was the Blazer at the time,
yeah, the
right?
Blazer at the time. Yes, you're correct. Yeah, it is.
It was from IRL, from Indy Racing League.
Yep, VIN number 1.
Wow.
The first one to roll off the line, they set aside as the pace car for Indy Racing League.
Mm-hmm.
This is the pace car. Okay, some person not too far from us is selling this. Yeah, it's actually not too far from where I live. Is selling this. It only has 12,600 miles on it.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, $25,000.
That is a whole nother thing. The price, the description, the fact that they use the word dream, collector's dream in this.
Right.
For an Oldsmobile Bravada, a stock V6 automatic Bravada.
Well, you know what? But they have to appeal to the large number of rabid collectors of late 90s GM products that were utter crap.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's the best one.
Right.
But
right.
It's the best one of a pretty miserable lot.
Yeah. Not to say that Colorado, like other cities, don't have wild things on Craigslist. Mm-hmm. I mean, this just showed up today. Yeah. You know,
I think that we have the largest spread of wildness in the country, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that there is more wild stuff like Wisconsin Craigslist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Has some wild, like there, if you want to find a hearse that's actually a snowmobile, that's where you go.
Right. And I do want to get to something that Dana sent us in a little bit, but I like where you're going. Expand on that. Yeah.
Right. So like you have regional, it's like, I mean, just like how every region has its own particular flavor of redneck,
right?
You know, that comes through in your Craigslist postings.
Right.
And we have a lot of redneck types in one. It's because we have a lot of biomes here.
Yes.
You know, like we have the mountain biome, we have and just like we have many different creatures that live in those different biomes, so too do we have a native redneck for each biome.
Right.
We've got your desert biome, we've got your desert rednecks, we've got your mountain rednecks, we've got your rancher rednecks, city rednecks.
Urban, yep, exactly. Right. Yeah.
And they all fucking love Craigslist.
Yep.
And selling their cars for 4 times as much as they're worth.
Right. Yeah. So it's not that Colorado can out crazy somebody on Craigslist, because I think that there may be like
Florida is still part of as of now, yes, Florida is still part of the country.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because as I was reflecting upon this, I looked at the text that Dana sent us earlier, and I just wanted to bring up a couple things that he sent in from the Facebook Marketplace in Florida. Okay.
Oh man,
because
seatbelt on.
Yeah, Colorado's, like you said, diverse, far and wide. Florida, it digs in, right? Nobody out crazies Florida when it comes to their Facebook Marketplace postings. And here's just 2 quick examples. So thank you, Dana, for these. Boom. Here's the first one, Ian. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What am I looking at?
So that phrase right there is a very common theme. Okay. You're going to be saying that 2 times today because, so Ian, Dana sent us the description here. So
is this a Suburban with a bed attached?
No, it's even better. It is 2 1960s body pickup trucks back to back, welded together with some kind of Sprinter van roof. And I do have a title. Got questions? Just ask. Yeah.
And oh, by the way, narrate. Can I just read this as it's punctuated?
Yes. Because,
go for it. Spoiler alert: there's one period in this paragraph. This is a roller project that needs a lot of work. It is 260s bodies pickup back to back and welded together with some kind of Sprinter van roof. I do have a title. Got questions? Just ask. Looking to get what I paid for out. Do not have time or money to build it the way I wanted to. Period.
Well done. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's an inverse Christopher Walken, right? where you just shotgun punctuation into a sentence. No, you take it all out.
Take it all out.
Yep. Yeah. So this is, they're selling this for $1,000, right? And here it is again. So you see the two pickup bodies welded together back to back because each of these is a front door. They're just facing, which means it has suicide doors.
Glass.
Yeah.
The quarter glass in the back.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. Suicide doors with a bed, Ian. Right? Okay.
Honestly, they should have made it this way. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
This actually makes kind of a weird amount of sense.
It does. God,
do I need to move to Florida? What's happening?
So second example that Dana sent us, and thank you again, Dana, for sending these because these are delightful. Like this is the kind of stuff I love to see. Just
beep, beep, I'm a confused boy.
Yeah. Beep, beep, I'm a backwards boy. Yeah. Okay.
Beep.
Beep. Nice, Ian. Nice. Yep. Okay. And here is another one, Ian. Okay. So this is like an 80s Toyota pick-em-up truck that's turned into a 4x6 or 6x6, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? Yeah. So here's the description. You want to take a stab at this one? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Maybe pick out the stuff you like.
Up for sale is a 1988 4x6 half-track unfinished project. You don't say. Okay, so it's an 88 Toyota. Put the running gear from an 84 under it. It's stretched to 33 inches to accommodate. It's stretched 33 inches to accommodate the tandems and tracks on the rear. So I'm sorry, it has tracks?
No, I think that they just mean that like for the setup for the dual axles in the back. I could be wrong. But I didn't see any pictures of it with tracks. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it says it runs. It's got a 4-cylinder 22 RE. The air conditioning works, apparently.
Wow. Well,
Clean title in hand, which Florida's fucking wild. The title is. It needs new paint. Alignment has never been done. Windshield is cracked. Some welding to complete in the rear, which sounds ominous as hell.
Right.
It needs shocks and fluid changed. I recommend bringing a trailer.
Yeah.
Well, how much did it want for this?
I'll have to dig in and see.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't get the price down. I do like that you want to know the price because maybe you're going.
Well, it says only reasonable offers, and I'm curious what that means.
Yeah, what's their bar for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no doors. Yeah, and there's a big bed.
There's no
on
seat in this picture.
Oh yeah, there is no seat. You are correct about that.
and I do like the idea that, they're expecting reasonable offers, but just this, you're only going to attract unreasonable people.
Yeah, well, you could put a Chevy Malibu on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and insane fucking people show up anyway.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
$4,000 is what they were looking for. That's what it's listed as. I like that. Yeah, I like that you're into this.
Well, it's more that $4,000 seems about right for half of a Toyota pickup truck, which, as we know, are $9,000 all the time.
Right.
How many miles they have on them.
Yeah. And this is kind of a pickup and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
So Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. $4,000? That seems about right.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's probably worth that in scrap alone, given all of the welding that has taken place on this vehicle. Like, it has a lot of stuff welded to it.
Yeah.
A lot of angle iron or aluminum, whatever it is. Yeah. It is a lot, right?
I do always love the, like, it runs and drives. Declarative sentence. Also, maybe bring a trailer.
It is an incomplete project. Yeah. Yeah. So I think, in summation, these online marketplaces, I think that they're great. I would love for folks to send us postings that they feel truly represent their region.
Oh, I like that.
Whether it be diversity or a deep dive into craziness for their own region, right?
Right. A particular brand of crazy.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You know what we should do? I'll get a map, right? Like an outline, and we'll fill in like a car, right? From a posting, right? For each state and we'll fill them in.
We've done this before, right? We did this a long time ago where we had a game where we had the Craigslist host.
Oh, yes.
And you had to figure out the city. Cause I remember one time you got Phoenix on like a Honda Accord because it had super dark tint.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a great game. We should bring it back. It's a fun one. And you're right. It's a good game.
So if you had to pick between these two listings that Dana sent us, what do you think is more Florida? Like the back-to-back pickup truck welded together or the 4x6 Toyota?
I think the 4x6 Toyota.
Yeah, that seems more, I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass and I'm all out of bubblegum to me, which, right? I think is on the Florida state flag.
Yeah. I feel like that truck, you could in one of the mountain towns up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you like turn off the main road that you normally don't, and you go through one of these little mountain towns that you somehow still exist. And you're like, what does everyone do for a living up here?
Right.
And there's always stuff like this parked out front. Yes. And you just you need to know everything. That's this person, right?
Yes. I think you're right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Good call.
Which I'm always intrigued by. I always want to know the story. Like,
yeah. Right.
Hey, I have questions.
Right.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So
and honestly, I'm amazed at what, like, I am sold on this idea.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you, okay, let's Occam's razor this thing. Okay. Simplest solution is the most likely, right? Okay. They wanted they wanted to transport more people in a pick 'em up truck and still have pick 'em up truck, right? You go to weld the trucks together and there's only flat sides on the back. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So those are the sides you weld together.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know exactly what happened here because, some men in particular, when their wives get pregnant, they lose their fucking minds and they make terrible decisions.
You're right. There's one that I'm really trying to think of that I don't know if it comes to mind.
I think I know which one you're thinking of. And you can just shut that down right now.
Yeah, like somebody maybe flies to Virginia and buys a 2008 Saab Turbo X Sport Combi wagon, Yeah. That's not dirt coming out from underneath it. That is coolant that is vaporizing.
The tears of the owner.
Yeah. No, you're right. But so there is like a thing called stress responses or stress behaviors, right? And like as part of learning each other, like how we respond in stressful situations. And so it's interesting that like when someone is stressed and they need to provide for their family, they weld two 1960s pickup trucks together.
It's what happens.
Right. The other person buys a Swedish car that's falling apart. Yeah.
It's like the other day, my wife came home and there were 3 different doughs rising in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Three different types of dough that I had made rising in the kitchen. It was the middle of the day. And she was like, so work's not going well then?
Right.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine.
Yeah, you look like Scarface, but it is actually just flour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good stress response. Yeah. Mine is consuming an ungodly amount of caffeine and carbs. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Right. But yeah. So
coping candy and celebration candy, two totally different things.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna be sad and eat an atomic fireball. Yeah, that's what Tootsie Rolls are for. God damn it. I mean, that kind of lines up, right?
Totally.
Yeah. Totally. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, Dana, for sending us like this, like very wonderful, encapsulation of some Florida Facebook Marketplace stuff. Yes. Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So thank you. Yeah. Really appreciate it. We love you, Dana, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Dana.
Yep. And Ian, should we bring I wonder what the Bid Nerds guys would say about the Bravada. Yeah. Pace car. Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah. This is just a reminder to go back to Ian's episode of Bid Nerds that he guested on and listen to that. It's in the YouTube description of our last episode. Yeah. You did great, buddy. Your fucking Lamborghini bit was amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was happy with that about that. And also my title of the memoir that I suggested.
Yes. Yeah. Your Lamborghini thing, like I'm not going to put on airs or anything. It literally took me like 45 seconds for that to sink in as to why that was so funny. And then it killed me. Yeah. So well done. Yeah. That was a thing.
But I think I watched that clip too, and like watching it back, you can see the moment that I think about it, and get very pleased with myself.
Okay, I'll watch that.
You can see it. You can see the light switch turn on, and then I'm like, ooh.
Ian has a thing to say. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Nice. Right on. So we're not buying the Bravada then for 25 grand?
No.
Okay.
God, those things were terrible.
Yeah, they are.
Close the tab.
Yeah.
Get it away.
Okay, it's closed. That'd be insane if I opened it and it had sold. Yeah. Okay. What else do you want to talk about tonight, buddy?
Well, what else? We got something that says Sour Sav. We've got some listener stuff. I have a license plate game for you. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Let's talk about Sour Sav.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have a Getting Damp.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Thought.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that after Sour Sav.
Okay.
So Ian knows this. A few other people know this, but I've actually been working with some guys, and we've started a lemons team, Ian.
It's been very hush-hush.
Yeah. Just
very mysterious.
Well, I think it's one of those things where, we didn't know each other very well. So we all just kind of wanted to see where everyone's heads were at and like how things would work out. And so a couple guys bought a Chevy HHR from 2008 and with the Ecotech 2.2 liter.
Nice.
And we're turning it into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed lemons car.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it's my buddy Joel from Autocross. My nemesis, right? The one that was giving me the double birds in that picture. Yeah. Yeah. So hello, Joel. Yes. Yeah.
So is the car going to be themed after a particular Ninja Turtle or are the drivers Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. The drivers and will be turtles. Yes. Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. So I feel like I have never met a human person more suited to be Splinter than you.
Why? Give me the rundown. Okay.
Gang, you're tall and lean.
Okay.
That's sort of like Splinter's sort of build. And you are you're not engaging in the fighting, perhaps. You know how to do it. You know how to do the driving. You're not going to. You're just going to assist and make sure that everybody else is their best selves to do their driving / fighting for pizza.
I like that. I think I may have to change my role in the team then. Or my chosen turtle identifier, because I was going with Donatello, the computer nerd. But I think Splinter might be it, buddy. I might be the rat.
Yeah. I meant this as the highest compliment.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I know you did. Yeah. So,
I realized halfway through my sentence that I was like, I wonder if he just thinks I'm calling him a rat. But no. Calling you a sensei.
Thank you. I know you well enough to know where that was coming from. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So like you mentioned, I'm not driving. I'm having a great time wrenching on the car with the guys. I'm doing the radio system for them. So I'm kind of assembling do-it-yourself helmet kits, stuff like that. Yeah. Doing all that kind of techie stuff. And just super excited to like be on the radio, like help the team. Their heads are in a great place, focusing on reliability and prioritizing like the car being out there and everyone having a good time driving. Yeah. Really, really looking forward to it. We're going to try our best to make the race in June. It's the end of January right now, and the race is, I think, the first weekend in June. No, it might be over Father's Day. It might be a couple weekends in June, but we'll see. Yeah, because they moved it around. Yeah, there was another thing that conflicted with it. So yeah. But so I'm on a Lemons team, Ian.
Yeah, so awesome. I'm so psyched for you. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, Ian. You have tons of stuff going on this summer.
Yes.
So hopefully our paths will cross, the next year or something like that when it comes to like you getting some seat time or something like that. Yeah. So
yeah. It's not gonna work out for me this summer, but but I am very excited to hear how it goes. And for it. Yeah.
I've been pretty deep into like the timing cover and stuff like that of the Chevy HHR. And I'm not pissed off. Like, I think these are somewhat easy cars for DIY folks to wrench on.
Which engine is it? It's Ecotech
2.2. Yeah.
2.2
normally
turbo?
Normally aspirated. Yep. Okay. So you can find them you probably have one within like 100 feet of your house.
Right. Well, right? I'm pretty sure it's the same engine that I was driving in the Miata.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Right. Yeah. It's a jelly bean. There's a million of them. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chevy HHRs of that era came from the factory with disc brakes still on the back.
You mean drum brakes?
Yeah. Sorry. Drum brakes on the back, Ian. Drum brakes. Yeah. So, but thankfully you can just swap in the rear end directly from a Cobalt SS, the HHR SS, any of those things. It's 4 bolts and it swaps right in and you have disc brakes.
That's awesome.
So truly jelly bean parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. Yeah.
That's cool. Do they have, is there a goal for like a first like test and tune day or anything like that? Have they already had it on track at all, or?
It's still not moving under its own power. We're getting very close. Yeah. So we took the time, like, we've had the car for a few months now, taking the time to do like all of the maintenance stuff kind of up front, like timing chain guides and like all of that stuff, a transmission replacement. That's why it was $200, right? I had a blown transmission, stuff like that. So new clutch, all the rear end swap and fluid bleeds and everything. Yeah. And so, and PETA is part of the team as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And so he'll be driving. Yeah. So focusing on kind of like all of that, like maintenance stuff, just so like we have like known good, situation at some point. So if anybody has any advice about running a Chevy HHR for 24 hours straight, hit me up, Donnie, Mental, any of you folks, Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Man, that's going to be so much fun.
Right.
Yeah,
working,
I think it's a great car. It's a great car for this too. Like,
right. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Working on a car that you don't have to rely on to get to work the next day is very, very fun. Yeah.
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot more fun than, like you said, like, oh shit, we've got to get this working. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're having a good time. We did score some 16-inch Saab wheels for it off of Craigslist. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, those same ones that like I think I had on Dusty Rusty when we first met. Yeah.
Are they heavy?
No, they're pretty light. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they are these ones, right? Let's see if I can find them. These guys right here.
Yeah.
These things are nice. Yeah, I love those wheels. Yeah. So we're still sobbing it up at just a skosh.
I like it.
Yeah.
like
right? Yeah. So there you go, man. Yeah. Yeah. Sour Sev coming at you.
Well, I am very much looking forward to more Sour Sev updates because I am going to need to live vicariously through you this year. So,
and that's okay. That's okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to work on getting the camera system set up, some live streaming, all of that stuff as well. So yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I want to talk about one other thing that we did together.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The other night, we went and saw a fantastic concert together.
We did.
Wow. Really, really good. I'm glad that you suggested going to this show. We went and saw DJ Shadow at a very small venue in Denver. Yep. Really, really great. Like seriously, the best electronic show I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. I think I can't think of another one that comes close.
Yeah.
So really, I'm super thrilled that you took me to that because it was great. But while we were there, it was like kind of between the opener and the live and his set, a thought occurred to me. And it's that there's a thing that happens at a concert in particular, and I wonder where else it translates to in other areas of life.
Okay.
Which is,
one second before you do that. I mean, is this a
very, 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 very wet, very, very damp?
Okay.
Very, like a little mist.
Okay. Like it's summertime. Oh, like you're in the produce aisle and those misters come on?
Yes, exactly. Okay. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, when you want to get through the crowd.
Yes.
And you're just going back to where you started from. You went to the bar, you went to the bathroom, and you just got to get back to where you started from. It's like, but if somebody does that to you, you get really angry. Right?
Okay. You do. Okay.
Or I do. I get annoyed. Right. And the thing, you're annoyed when other people do it, but you get annoyed when other people don't let you do it.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And I think probably there are lots of situations with driving that are like that as well. Okay. And I wonder if you have any, or it's just generally in life, if you have anything where like you get kind of annoyed, even if it's just a little tingle of annoyance.
Okay.
When other people do it to you, but you also get annoyed that nobody lets you do it.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I think I have one. So let's say you're driving on the highway, right? A car comes up on your right and has their blinker on to move over to the left. Like they want to get over to the left, right? They don't need to get over to the left because that's not where the exits are. The exits are on the right, right? They just want to get over there. And so I never like brake or do anything to like let that person in because it's not like they're trying to get off. Like they don't need to make a move, right? They just want to make a move. And then I get annoyed anytime I can't make that move.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, 100%.
Yes.
I am in complete agreement with you. Yes. I do the same exact thing.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, come on, like just let me over to the left lane. Yeah. And then somebody else back there's like, that guy doesn't need to get over to the left lane. Yeah. Where you are is fine for now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
definitely. That's a great example. But yeah, it's the same. I had that thought of like, man, because somebody pushed past me to go just nowhere.
Right.
You know, like it's not like they were going to get anywhere because it's a crowded venue or whatever. And I was like, well, that's so obnoxious. And then I was like, oh yeah, 5 minutes ago I went to the bathroom and then got back here doing the exact same thing to people.
Yeah, I have to pee. Move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
Why are you in the way of my bathroom?
Yes. Also, it's a concert, so it's not like you can explain yourself. You're not going to like,
right.
Yeah, you know, like where I was up against like one of the kind of like backstops for like the tiers of the theater, right? And there's this like metal bar in my back, right?
Yeah.
Like I cannot back up, and people are like pushing into me to get out of the way. And it's like, I'm not being a dick. I just literally cannot bend my body into steel. So, you know, yeah.
Also, like, I'm not like a public dancer. To take this back to, I'm going to make an analogy to driving again, but like, I'm not like a public dancer. And so when someone,
so hard to imagine.
Right. And so when someone bumps into me, it's very much the same. I have the same thought process of when, like, I catch somebody at the go-kart track, and they don't want to like let me by.
Okay.
And it's like, how do you think we've arrived at this situation? Like in the concert, I'm not moving.
Right. They have moved into your space.
Right.
Yeah.
One of us has been moving, and I guarantee you it was not me.
Yes, you could have your shoes super glued to the floor. Yes.
Right. Look at me. I have my hands in my pockets.
Yeah.
I'm doing the indie dad nod.
Yes.
Like I'm not moving.
Right.
And the same thing at the go-kart track. When people get upset when you're like trying to get around them, you're like, well, how? I wasn't here before, and now I am.
Right.
Why do you think that is? I'm curious to know how you think this happened.
Right. And how you're suddenly going to change it.
Yeah. Did you catch me in reverse? Is that what you think happened?
You know what's going to work? More of you doing the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, good point. Yeah. Right? I like that, Ian. Yeah.
Anyway, that was it.
Yeah. Great show.
I was like, we were watching DJ Shannon. I was like, this is exactly like the go-kart track.
Yeah. The opener, Holly, amazing. Yeah, I'm going to throw it.
That was really good. I saw about half of that. It was good.
Yeah. Anybody that mixes like just straight up like face melting breakcore with some raga and jungle. And MF Doom and Window Liquor earlier in his set. Fuck yeah. I'll throw a link to his Bandcamp in the YouTube description. I'm picking up his whole discography next Bandcamp Friday for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
it was a really cool show. I'm super glad I went.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really glad you did too. Yeah, it was an awesome. Very thankful to have. Yeah, I think that, like I was saying, I think that is the most people I've ever assembled in one place. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway.
What else we got? Should we do you want to do a license plate game?
I would love to do a license plate game with you, Ian.
Fantastic. Well, I have one.
Okay.
It is in the show folder.
All right.
And it is called, have you heard the good news about our Lord and Savior CrossFit?
Oh, okay. All right. If you have that CrossFit grandma one that I had, that's going to be really funny. Okay. Our Lord and Savior CrossFit folks, God bless them. They're still out there, right? Mm-hmm. Still out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still telling the good news.
Yeah. Crossing the fits. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, yeah. Everyone has their vice. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Okay.
CrossFit's people's vice is bragging. Yes.
Yeah, that's the Venn diagram of vegans and CrossFit people. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You ready?
Anything I need to know? Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Just ready to throw me in?
I think you know everything you need to know.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be flipping those giant tractor tires in no time. All right. Here we go, buddy.
Doing
All
the whole
right.
thing.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Up top, we have a Tesla model. Is that an X? Yeah, that's an X.
I believe that's an X.
Yeah, looks like an X. Red.
X.
Two-tone, got some black up top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like the P100D version, I think. So that's pretty quick.
Yep.
Okay. They bought it used because it's got an EMIC tag on it. Okay. Then we have a minivan, very frequent flyer at the CrossFit gym. Okay, with a Starfleet Academy sticker on the window and a Great Britain GB sticker. Or, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's either that or it's the GB fish and chips.
Could be.
And then the Toyota Highlander, right? Always a staple of these parking lots. Yeah, they have. Is that a native sticker? I can't make it out.
Sure is.
Okay. All right. And they've got the ski racks on top. Okay. Then we've got these plates. Active, ACKTIVE. All right. Born to run, to RN, or maybe they're born to nurse. Yeah, born to run.
Could be.
And then late for a run. Okay. Late for a run. All right.
Anything jumping out at you?
Active seems like someone's hacker name that they thought of in the mid 2000s. Mm-hmm. And if that person had, IT money and stuck with it, they'd be able to buy a Tesla now. Mm-hmm. Like Active sounds kind of like that to me, but also I can see that being on the Highlander. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you because with a very unimportant tangent, which is that earlier my wife and I walked to the grocery store, and when we were walking back with the groceries, we saw two youths with it was very warm out today. Okay. And so they were in shorts and like crazy asymmetric haircuts and like crop tops and weird, one of them had a weird mesh shirt on, and they were rollerblading. And at the same time, we looked at each other and said, I didn't know they were rebooting Hackers.
Nice. Yeah. Nice, buddy. I like that.
We were like, those two don't even know what a sick burn we just made on them from 100 feet away.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. No, rollerblading's coming back, man. Yeah. Lots of folks. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Active. I don't know. Born to run and late for a run. My gut tells me to put late for a run on the Tesla. I don't know. I'm getting kind of Tesla vibes from that. Okay. Like late for a run. Like I'm going to tell you about the thing that I intend to do that nobody asked.
Yes.
Right?
It's one of your quotes that I think about all the time is we're thinking of getting into steampunk.
Right. Yeah.
Just we're gonna have a meeting about a meeting.
Yes. Yeah. Those words were spoken to me. I cannot take credit for it.
We're thinking of getting into steampunk.
Yep. No.
It's burned into my brain. That's gonna be my last words before I die.
His last words were he's thinking about
I was thinking of getting into steampunk.
Oh no, his mind was truly gone.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it'd be a hilarious joke.
It would.
It reminds me of there's a great story Al Franken tells about his first official act as a senator when he was elected to the Senate. Was you have to write letters to constituents and stuff when they do when they pass big milestones or whatever. And they had he had a constituent who was turning 110.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he wrote to her, the first line of his letter was, "You have a bright future." And he said his staff was furious with him.
That made me do a weird burp when you said that.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. It's so funny.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah.
And then he said, when his staff got angry at him, he said, you're right. All I can think of is her poor 90-year-old son.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Anyway, I have really distracted you.
That's okay. That's okay. This one's tough, man. I'm trying to make a Starfleet Academy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to go late for a run on the Tesla.
Okay.
I'm going to go active with a K on the Highlander. And I'm going to go... No. I'm going born to run on the Highlander. And I'm going to go... Oh, boy. Would it be active? Yeah. I guess I got to put active on the minivan, which seems wrong to me. I think I am actively trying to fail this game, Ian.
Okay.
Yeah. Active.
Actively.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Active could be an Admiral Akbar thing.
Mm.
Or a Mars Attacks reference.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sci-fi nerd. Yeah. Okay. I'm going active on the minivan with the Starfleet badge, late for a run on the Tesla, and born to run on the Toyota.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't feel good about this at all.
Nor should you.
Oh no, I mean this whole show. No.
I mean this relationship. I have the solution in the Dave Don't Look folder.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull it up.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a sort of Kaiser Sose reveal.
Okay.
After you pull it up.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So you got all of them wrong. It's born to run on the Tesla.
Yeah.
It's late for a run on the minivan and active on the Highlander. If you zoom in on the Highlander, on the left side.
Oh, it says ACK. Why does it say ACK? Where's ACK? Listen to how high my voice gets.
I noticed that after I put the game together. And then I was like, I wonder if Dave's going to notice that right away.
I didn't.
You didn't.
Yeah, it was hanging in front of you the whole time.
It's like that at the end of The Usual Suspects.
Yep.
He has like all the things like on the bulletin board.
Yep. At the bottom of the mug and everything.
Right.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Boy.
And Late for a Run was seen by our good friend Peter. He sent that in.
Yep.
The rest of these I saw with my balls myself. My eyeballs. Let's talk about my eyeballs.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ian. I don't know if I've whiffed one that hard for a long time. Yeah.
It's been a while. This was tough.
Yeah,
well, except for the hack.
Except for this one was very difficult, except for the easy part. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Ian, and thank you, Peter. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right.
What else we got?
We got. Let's see here. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I mean, we have to get an album of the week from you, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I do real quick. Our buddy Mark, we'll have a license plate game from him next episode. That's all three pictures from him. But he went to emissions test his car, Ian.
How did it go? Did it go well for him?
Here's his sweet Honda CRZ in like the best CRZ color, that sweet icy blue color. Yeah.
That is a good color.
Right? He failed initially. Because he has an OBD2 extension cable because of some hacking that he's done so that he can run a dongle and have a better monitor of his battery and temperature and stuff like that.
Sure.
And so he thinks that they may have plugged into the extension cable the first time. And so he got like on the report, it said we could not communicate with your OBD2 system. And so then he figured it out and hid the extension cable like up underneath the dash and took it back. And of course it passed because it's a Honda CRZ.
Yeah.
So
I love that they didn't ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, hey, we can't get a read on this. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Mark. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, any other emissions news, Ian?
Nope. A little gassy.
Your own emissions. Okay.
A little gassy.
All right.
We'll rumble and tumbly.
I'm just going to tell people my Nugget failed emissions the first time I took it.
Did it really?
It did. It failed. It failed, Ian. Take a
What
guess.
happened?
Take a guess why it failed.
Gas cap.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That rubber seal was like hardened like stone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 I have failed that back when we had to do that every year
Okay.
before they did it every other year. I failed 2 years in a row with my car somehow. I don't know
Somehow. Yeah. With a car that you purchased.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah. And I went and bought one from I had bought like a nice one from like through a dealer, I think, like an OEM one,
Okay.
and it failed.
Oh.
And then I went to like AutoZone, like down the street, and bought like a $6 one, and it passed immediately. And I was like, "Oh my god, Volkswagen, guys
Right.
suck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably because that seal has been sitting on the shelf as long as it had been on your car.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so of course in Colorado it dries out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did the exact same thing. I went to AutoZone or whatever, Advance
Mhm.
Auto close to me, picked up a gas cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That was the evening. I can't remember if I told you this or not. That was the evening that the kids at Advanced Auto Parts said they liked my Fiat, so I let them sit in it and rev it. Did I tell you about this?
Tell me that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It was nighttime, so they didn't get to really look at the car, but they dug it. And I asked them if they had ever driven one or been in one or anything. There's nobody in the store. It's like 8:00 at night on a a Tuesday or something. And I was like, yeah, come on. It's warmed up. Let's start it up, yeah. And one of the guys was in the driver's seat and we were talking about, he's got this very, very modified and very, barely held together Mazda Speed 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And, the AutoZone employee that you always see in the lot. Right. And so he sat in the driver's seat and gave it the beans and, heard the turbo and everything and they got a kick out of it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let people rev your car. Yeah.
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 Yeah. The Mazda Speed 3 is a good, it's a pretty close, it's a spiritual cousin to your car.
Right.
It feels just as manic and crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, do I need to sell my Mazda 3? I was like, no, do not do that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So I failed and I passed with the gas cap. So, yep.
Yes.
There you go. Yep. And my garage doesn't smell like fuel anymore, so that's good. Maybe that should have been my first fucking hint. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. I need an album from you, Captain.
Yes. So I was listening to, there's a new Smile record out, which is the side project of, that is not the album of the week though. It's a side project of Tom York and Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead with the drummer from Sons of Kemet, which is a fun little project. But one of the songs on it made me think of another record.
Okay.
And it's one of the highest compliments that I can pay to a song if it reminds me of this record. And in particular, the drumming on it, which is always a big thing of mine of I need to listen to the drum sound. But the album that it reminded me of is King Crimson's Red from 1974.
Okay.
It is the version of the band where there's only 3 members. It's a trio. This was one of the inspirations for Nirvana.
Okay.
Kurt Cobain has said this was this is one of the reasons he wanted to have a trio was because of this record.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's very it's very heavy. But the drummer is Bill Bruford, and he's very he has this very swingy jazz style.
I was gonna say, I thought he was more associated with jazz drumming. Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a jazzy drummer, but the music is very heavy. So you got this cool jazzy style drumming on top of this very heavy guitars and very like, trio based rock.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were going to listen to a King Crimson record, this is probably the one that you would like.
Okay.
It's probably like one of their more like influential on like the harder rock stuff.
Okay.
Like you'll hear like, I guarantee you like some of the bands that you like Helmet and Battles would point to this as an inspiration.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Some of the harder stuff that you listen to, I think, would kind of trace back along here and Black Sabbath, right?
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, this record is fucking awesome. It's my favorite King Crimson record. And yeah, check it out if you haven't heard it before. Seminal. Okay. I would call it seminal.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Links to Apple Music and Spotify are going to be in the YouTube description. King Crimson Red.
Yes.
Okay. Nice, Ian. Yeah. I love like how you just time hop your way. Yeah, you listen to things from such diverse decades.
I'm also trying with this to not just do new stuff. I'm trying to
yeah, sure.
Jump around a bit.
I mean, it's your album of the week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Do what I want.
Yeah.
In the back of my head, I also am thinking of your friend Sam and just thinking every time I pick something, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to surprise Sam with any of these. He knows all of these records. And just once I want him to contact you and be like, he picked a record that I didn't know.
Well, he's our friend Sam, Ian. He's friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Yes, a fantastic individual. Yeah, very thankful for his friendship. Listen to indiesf.com. Yeah, INDIESF, like San Francisco or Santa Fe, which is what that was from, or maybe his name. Yeah, and so check out his online radio station because it's fantastic. But yes, he has an encyclopedic knowledge of music. He's, I mean, yeah. If you listen to his station, every single song is handpicked by him, and it has been for 17 years. No commercials, right? All hand-selected music. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So you two, the two of you are so knowledgeable. Yeah, I really like hearing what both of you have to say for sure. Yeah, so I will check this out. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I've been listening to some of your albums of the week, so far this year. Yeah, that what was the last one?
I'm on Contact.
Yeah, I'm on Contact. Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, very cool, like weird underground hip hop record.
Yeah, right? Yeah, nice, man. Yeah. I appreciate it. Anyway.
I think we done did a car show.
Yep, we got produce misted with with your idea. Yep. Yeah. We learned about Colorado and Florida's Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that state map. So so folks, send in what you think your state, like what listing best represents your state, and we'll fill it in the map.
I don't know if anyone has ever seen. Have you Pornhub does a thing where they publish like the
top search terms per state. Yeah.
Right. I would love to see that for like the Craigslist automotive. Per state.
Oh my God. Is there a way we could get that data? Craigslist would have to publish it. Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
Or we could just make it up, which would be fun too.
You know what? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So send us, through all our normal methods, text it to us 720-515-1391. What posting you think best represents your state? Yeah. So Dana, bring in the hammer early with that 4x6 Toyota pickup truck. So we're really going to have to noodle on Colorado, right, Ian? Yeah. So anyway, there you go.
Everybody, Dave is tired. I am tired. Thank you. We love you. Goodbye.